Well, joining us this morning, a good friend of us is at the show here. It's Rich Simpson. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Tom. Thank you for waking me up this morning.
Well, this has been a lie-in for you, Rich.
It has. No, you're right. It's been about 5-hour lie-in, which is a real treat.
Did you get to sleep in a bed last night?
I did, and you know what? After sleeping in a bed is so comfortable. It's amazing.
I can imagine. So for those people that, because we're live streaming now on our social media as well, so that people that might not ordinarily listen to the breakfast show, they now know that they should. But explain to people that are watching this, and that people that have been listening, what have you been doing over the last couple of days? Because you've captivated our imagination here.
Yeah. So there's an organised event running, which is called the Line 300. It follows the Greenwich Meridian Trail that runs throughout England. So it starts about 30 miles above Hull. Goes through mostly the eastern side of England, following the Greenwich Meridian line through the centre of London, and ends up on the south coast. And it's 330 miles, but 30 miles is considered insignificant. But that's the event, and to do it in 6 days, that's the challenge.
To do it in 6 days. So you sent us a message before you started off, when it equates to about two and a bit marathons a day.
Yeah, 2 and a bit marathons a day, which sounds all right, and maybe I underestimated the terrain, but for me that's mostly doable. But the weather and the terrain sort of kind of beat me, I guess.
Yeah, because
you're heat, wasn't it? It was extreme heat when you were trying to do this.
Oh yeah, the heat and the humidity was outrageous, and we had some thunderstorms. Well, the first day we had 7 hours of thunderstorms, which wasn't that welcome really, and the rain is falling on scorched earth, and all the foliage and the plants, and so you just get completely soaked to your pants, and then the ground's still super hard underneath, and does all that twisting, and you can imagine what it's doing to your feet and your toes, and lots of people dropped out because of sore feet and this, that, and the other. But yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Because we could track your progress. You sent us the link as to where we could find you, and I was surprised with how many didn't actually really make it past Hull, which was like the first major stop.
Yeah, so the first 38 miles were pretty hideous, I've got to say, and some of the tracks were going through these fields, and they can just completely overgrown. We had plants and crops above our heads and things. So yeah, it was like jungle warfare for the first 20-odd miles.
Oh wow! So in my head, I had images of like mainly being on roads or something akin to like the Brecons or the Presellis, like nice open pastures, but it wasn't that at all.
Yeah, no, that would have been easier. So this is sort of lowland terrain. So it's going through farms. It's going through every road, track, trail, footpath along the Meridian line. But so some of the paths were just nettles and thorns and all sorts. The skin was getting shredded. People's trainers were ripping. People have to repair the trainers with tape.
Good grief!
Because this was unsupported, wasn't it? This wasn't like it's an actual race, but it's unsupported, and like there's no real checkpoints or anything. It's just you.
That's right. Yeah. So there's another aspect to this where it is totally unsupported. There's nobody there giving it, hi, do you want some Haribo? Top up your water and stuff. There's none of that. And so it's totally up to you. And so it's a real test of self-management, of how you look after yourself, keep hydrated. That was a real drama. I was going through about 8 litres of water a day. And as much full-fat Coca-Cola, which is brilliant. But it's all about looking after yourself as well as trying to cover the distance in time. Which is a real challenge, and that's something for me. I save it. I just loved it. I love that freedom, just doing what you want to do.
So would you're going to do this again, maybe in better sort of weather circumstances? Then it's a challenge which you're going to try and complete.
Would I do this again? Maybe actually again next week, because some stages were pretty awful. You go through the fens, and for us that live in Wales, the fens is completely flat, and you got all this sky and these long straight roads that go on for miles and miles, and that was quite mentally challenging. But I would do it again, but probably do it midwinter when everything's frozen and less foliage, because the plants really destroyed my morale.
Because you're no stranger to extreme challenges, are you? And particularly, you just mentioned the cold there. That's kind of like your habitat, isn't it?
Well, it is. Yeah, I'm a polar guide. So in about 5 weeks' time, I'm off to the North Pole area to take guests around in Iceland and Greenland and northern Canada and things. And then a month after that, I'll be off down to the Antarctic for another 5 months. So yeah, so I did suffer in this heat. You're right. Maybe I'm not designed for the heat.
And who'd have thought you live here in Pembrokeshire doing that job? It's fabulous, isn't it?
Pembrokeshire is a great training ground for the Antarctic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you were giving us updates. You spent 2 nights, because it was unsupported. So you spent one night under a tree, and you spent
Oh, the
one
tree
night.
was brilliant. Yeah, the tree was brilliant. So yeah, because that was the first night it was pouring down the rain. I was looking, I've got some basic camp. I've got a little hammock with me and a little tarp to go over the top of it. But it's just torrential rain, and I found this tree, and I just dived into it, crawled into it, and it was all dry. And I was sharing it with spiders and woodlouse, and so I know it was like a horror show. But I was curled up in there, and I was quite happy and dry, and so I stayed there for 3 hours and then cracked on.
And then back on again.
Great.
And one thing that we do need to say, which I commend you for, actually. Well, it was kind of through circumstance. Your feet wouldn't fit in the trainers anymore, which did put an early end to the challenge.
Yeah, that was quite a shock, and I had a pretty good day, and in fact it was the best of days and the worst of days. So it was the solstice, and I woke up early, and it was a beautiful sunrise, and I did film it, and it's just so tranquil where I was, and then long old day in blistering heat, but I travelled a lot of miles. But yeah, that evening I thought, my feet are a bit sore, and I slept. Where was I? I was in a church foyer. And it was pretty comfy there. And I woke up in the morning after 3 hours sleep, and they just would not go in. And I was shuffling around for half an hour trying to get my feet warmed up. It's like an old diesel engine trying to get it going, and it just wasn't happening. I was just in terrific pain, and I loosened my laces, loosened more and more and more. There's no way I was going to make the mileage that day. So common sense, you just got to call it, and fate plays its hand, and you just accept it sometimes.
Yeah, indeed.
And you're still upbeat about it. There's some people would be kicking themselves. Oh, I'm really disappointed I didn't finish it. But in your voice note yesterday, you said when you stop enjoying it, sometimes you've got to call it a day. And I really commend you for that.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes just embrace the failure. There's it's happened, and don't beat yourself up over it. Absolutely not. It's that footpath will always be there. That route will be there. Look after your feet, look after your body, and we'll be fine. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not worth upsetting yourself over it.
Yeah, you got to know when to stop, haven't you?
Correct.
And looking at your shirt, Rich, I wouldn't know when to stop because I want to eat it.
Well, this is basically this is going to be my so the listeners at home. I've got a shirt with pancakes. I've got ice cream sundaes, cakes. This is what I'm going to be eating the next couple of days because I've burnt about 23,000 calories. That's active calories. So I need to put them back on, and I take that job pretty seriously.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I feel like we should be giving you a trophy or something, because you've inspired us. You've really kept us excited in the mornings here. So thank you so much. We always love hearing about your exploits. We've had you on the show before when you were doing another ultra challenge as well, or something similar.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to hear what you do next. It's been brilliant, and a big shout out to Sabine as well.
Yeah, so Sabine, she's just gone and done the school run, but Sabine's been great, and you've been great too, supporting. So thanks so much.
You're more than welcome. Delton's been on the chat. It's Feel Good Friday. In fact, we haven't asked you for a song, Rich. We're going to put you on the spot. We just played 500 Miles. What song would you like to hear before the end of the show?
Well, I'm feeling good. Feeling good by what's the Rocky band? Just forgot the name.
Feeling good.
That one, yeah. Muse, yes, please. I know Michael Bublé does a nice version, but Muse, please. That'd be good. I am feeling good right now. Thank you.
We can do that for you. Delton, get your request in as well. Rich, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy gaining 23,000 calories.
Absolutely. Toughest challenge yet.
Yeah. In the meantime, we are on Feel Good Friday. We've got Proud Mary playing for Dan on the way. But before that, Margaret's been in touch. She's going to be playing with her choir at Abergavenny Pride, and they're going to be singing Sweet Caroline. So here's another one for Feel Good Friday. It's 8:32. Don't go anywhere, because hopefully we're going to have David Foster. Rich, from your north to south, David Foster has been on a pilgrimage east to west. He started in Lowestoft. He's finishing in St. David's. He didn't do it in 6 days.
Wow.
Though. It's taken him a bit longer.
That's an incredible journey itself. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so we'll find out more. In the meantime, Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond's playing for you here on Pure West Radio. You've got to get your butt bars all together. So all together now.